Oh, hello. Welcome to another today's Decay, where we celebrate births and beginnings of everything important since the dawn of time. Today is February 7th, and I missed February 6th, which is a really good one. Sorry, they got away from me. But, next year, famous last words. Meanwhile, February 7th, 1741, on this day, Henry Fuseli was born. Um, Wonderful Swiss painter. Most known, I don't know, possibly most known for his painting The Nightmare. Did a whole bunch of really great macabre weirdo work, and it has stood the test of time. Speaking of which, somebody else in a similar way, although a lot younger in comparison, would be Alejandro Jodorowsky, born on this day, 1929. El Topo being the first midnight movie, I suppose. And my favorite would be The Holy Mountain. Well, I've never seen Santa Sangre. We were supposed to. But then you've already seen it, so we didn't. But I'd like to, one of these days. Maybe even later today, before the stroke of midnight, so it's on his birthday. Because that's the whole plan here, Celebrate and revisit things that are from today, throughout time and space. There's that foot again. We don't accept defeat here. We do accept defeat here in today's Decay. Yeah. 1945, the film Hangover Square premiered. This is a really fun movie. Basically a loose sequel, sort of The Lodger from a year prior, 1944, starring Laird Krieger in both movies, directed by John Brom, from 20th Century Fox Pictures. This is Laird Krieger's last movie. He was determined to be a leading romantic figure, and because he was a large guy, instead he was cast as the heavy. That might be a pun, but maybe it's not. I don't know. Come here, you. Come here. Oh. You know who's not cast as the heavy? Oh, Otto. Who's a raging probably 25 to 30 pounds. Not cast as the heavy. No. What was I saying? Oh, Hangover Square. Yeah, right. So meanwhile, Laird Krieger, determined to be a leading romantic character, probably something in the vein of a pre-horror cycle Vincent Price, I'd say. Was he anorexic, bulimic? One of the two. And the film was shot out of sequential or out of order to how they edited it together at the end. And so you could see as scenes get cut between, he's leaving one room and entering another. And in one shot, his clothes are fitting him, and in the next shot, his clothes are hanging off of him because he's basically either starving himself to death or throwing up. It's so malnourished in some form or another that he's killing himself to be this romantic lead. Well, meanwhile, he's playing. Oh, get it out. There you go. All right. Much like Laird Krieger would do probably after a meal. As he was throwing up. No. Bulimic anorexic jokes don't fly. Maybe not. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, they don't agree with. Forget it. So what am I saying here? This film is basically like a Jack the Ripper type story, and it's beautifully shot, and it looks like Victorian England with rain-covered cobblestone streets and these beautiful lit scenes with the sweeping crane movements, and it's this is real production value here to add to some really great atmosphere, and it's a great story, although it's definitely derivative of The Lodger. So I think he died right before the movie was released or shortly thereafter. It's certainly his last movie, and you could tell because there's scenes there where he's just looks super sick, and other ones where he's okay. And it's shot out of order, so it's like very striking. Yeah. So it's a story, Hangover Square. What else? The Death Ship. The Twilight Zone episode, The Death Ship, premiered this day in 1963. And Paul Naschy's Fury of the Wolfman, premiered in this day in 1972. And look at how cute this dog is. He's been like this all day. Can you believe this? Yeah. Yeah. Very nice. Very nice. Also, 1973, Iggy and the Stooges album Raw Power premiered today. Is there a better rock and roll album? I don't know. That's a hard question. If there is, this at least fits right up there with everything important. Since the dawn of time, throughout time and space. Here on today's Decay. Until tomorrow. Goodbye. Ah!